funded.
Yeah.
And that's what we're diving into today.
Yeah, exactly. So like this document, right, it really breaks down this launch of the Sports Future token on the Apertum network, and it even hints at like this whole NFT project that's coming soon. So like the big question here, is could this crypto and NFT approach really like change how athletes get the money they need to succeed?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Like, will this really shake things up?
Totally. And I think, to even begin to answer that, we've got to start with this idea of the Sports Future token itself. They call it an ERC20 token. What's the big deal with that?
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
Right. Yeah. Well, being an ERC20 token means it's built on like this widely used standard in the crypto world, the Ethereum standard.
Yeah.
It's kind of like saying, okay, this is the basic digital currency, the language that this whole sports future ecosystem is going to use. And the cool thing is it's already live on the Apertum network.
Okay, so I know we've got some listeners out there who are like, all right, how do I get started? So like the document actually lays out these initial steps. Like step one, you got to add the sports feature token to your MetaMask wallet, and you can find the contract address for that on the Apertum Explorer.
Yeah, the link for that is https://explorer.apertum.io tokens. And actually, you'll want to keep an eye out for both SFUT and SATH. That's another token they're launching soon.
Got it. So SFUT and SATH on the Apertum Explorer. All right, so then what's next?
Okay, so if you're familiar with decentralized exchanges, those DX, then the next stop is https://dex.apertum.io shag swap. That's where the action happens. You'll need to add the Sports Future token contract there, which you can grab from that Explorer link we just mentioned. And once you've got that set up, boom, you can swap some of your existing tokens for the Sports Future token.
And that's pretty straightforward, right? Like if you've used these crypto platforms before, this is all pretty familiar territory.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Ah,
it's designed to be pretty user-friendly.
nice. Okay, so beyond this initial token, though, they're also talking about Sports Future NFTs, and these are ERC 721 tokens. So, like, what's the deal with that? How are those different?
Okay, so ERC 721 tokens, those are like the gold standard for NFTs, non-fungible tokens. And the key difference here is unlike the Sports Future tokens, which are all basically the same,
Mm.
interchangeable, each NFT is completely unique. It's one of a kind.
Oh, I see. So it's like the difference between like a dollar bill and a piece of art.
Exactly. Yeah, a dollar bill is a dollar bill. But a painting is unique. And that's where things get really interesting because the document actually says these NFTs are key to our future platform for athlete crowdfunding, which they say is coming soon. So these NFTs, these unique digital assets, are going to be a huge part of how athletes raise money on this platform.
Okay, so hold on, because this is where it all starts to come together, right? Like, so the big picture here is this platform that connects athletes directly with their fans and lets them raise crypto to, support their training, their travel, all of that. It's almost like a decentralized, fan-powered sponsorship model.
It really is. And what's exciting is it could be like a way more direct and transparent way for fans to support athletes they believe in, kind of cutting out some of the traditional middlemen and gatekeepers. And the team behind this is really emphasizing the community aspect too. They're putting out tutorials, guides, all sorts of stuff to help people get involved.
That's awesome. So where can people go to learn more?
Well, their YouTube channel is a great place to start. That's https://www.youtube.com at Apertum-Day01 channel. And look for the Sports Future playlist. They've got a lot of great content there. And then definitely check out their Telegram group. That's at https://day.bigsportsfuture. You'll find a really active community there. And of course, all the links, including the Explorer and the DayX, are in the document for you to explore.
Perfect. Yeah, we'll be sure to include all those links in the show notes as well. So just to like recap here, right? The Sports Future token is like the digital currency that powers this whole community support system. And then the NFTs, which are launching soon, are going to unlock that sports crowdfunding piece. Is that right?
That's the gist of it.
Awesome. And it sounds like for anyone who might be feeling like, oh man, I missed the boat, there's going to be an introductory recording up on their YouTube soon. So no worries.
Yeah, they're making it easy to catch up. And the key takeaway here is that this decentralized way of supporting athletes on Apertum is starting now.
So this is where it gets really interesting, right? Like, what does this actually mean for people listening? How can they get involved?
Well, one big thing is holding sports future tokens. It's like saying, hey, I'm part of this ecosystem. I believe in this vision. And then when those NFTs drop, collecting them could be a way to directly support athletes or even like fuel your own athletic journey if that's something you're pursuing.
It's like investing in the future of sports in a way, right?
Exactly. And they're not shying away from that idea. Their call to action is pretty bold. The race is on. Let's level up, support athletes like champions, and build the sports future empire together.
I love that they're using hashtags like hashtag SportsFuture and hashtag Athlete Empowerment. It feels like a movement.
It definitely does, and it'll be fascinating to see where it goes.
Okay, so before we wrap up, can you just give us like the TLDR on this whole thing? Like, what's the big takeaway?
Sure. So basically, with this launch of the Sports Future token on the Apertum network, and with these NFTs coming into play, they're creating a new way to fund athletes, a way that puts the community front and center. And, it's powered by crypto, so it's all about decentralization and transparency.
It's so cool to think about how these new financial tools could like change the game for sports funding, give athletes more control, more opportunities. It's something we've never really seen before.
Yeah, and think about all the athletes who might not fit into the traditional funding models.
Hmm.
This could be a game changer for them.
Totally. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm definitely going to be following this closely. I'm super curious to see how it all unfolds.
Me too. It's an exciting time for sure.
All right, awesome. Well, thanks for joining us for this deep dive into Sports Future, and be sure to check out those links in the show notes.
Absolutely, and thanks for having me.
Until next time, keep exploring and keep diving deep.
See you later.
Bye!